Hello viewers, this is Faerie Lea. Welcome back to my playthrough of Dragon Quest V, Hand of the Heavenly Bride, for the Nintendo DS. Previously, we made our way to the Faerie Palace. The Queen has given us a Gold Bauble, and now we have to head upstairs to see what we have to do with it. Apparently, they have lost the power to make the orb able to make Zenithia fly again. So, we're upstairs on the second floor. Let's check over here first. This picture was painted to celebrate the birth of the legendary hero. The boy in that picture looks just like Heorot. I remember when you were born, my majesty. See, an artist, he came to draw your picture too. Mine is much better than me when it comes to painting. It's a picture illustrating the tale of the legendary hero's birth. This is a special picture. It shows what's in the heart of whoever looks at it. It can take you to places far away in your memory. Stand in front of the picture and open up your heart. Why don't you try doing what she said, Dad? Try standing in front of the picture. Alrighty. Madason stands before the picture on the wall and opens his heart. What's going on here? We're in Whealbrook. And all alone. On your travels, are you? I wouldn't go snooping about the village too much if you don't want folk to start suspecting you. Alright. This here's Whealbrook. We only ever get nice and friendly folk visiting our village. This must be the past. Haven't seen you around these parts before. Our village chief Pancras is ever so strong, I'll have you know. I wouldn't go causing any trouble if you know what's good for you. Thanks for the warning. Dear me, I turned my head for a second and come back to find the pot practically licks clean. The old man should just speak up if he's that hungry. I didn't eat it, I tell you. Likely story. Honestly, that old dragon of a wife of mine treats me like a child sometimes. My poor plants are really suffering here with this cold. I'm at my wit's end, I am. The village chief Pancras came home from his travels just the other day. He was away for 2 years, you know. It must have been a tiring journey for him, traveling about all that time with a young lad in tow. There's nobody here, and yet I feel like I can sense someone. Pancras' boy was just standing there chatting away to himself, as if someone was right in front of him, too. It's all very odd. I know when this must be. It must be just after we came back from Roundbeck, and when we met that fairy downstairs. I had a few drinks with a chap called Pancras in the pub last night. He really made an impression on me, so much hardship, and yet so much strength in the face of it. He's no ordinary man. That he isn't, sir. Welcome to the weapon shop. Oh, we can actually shop here. We can't get much of note, though. Alright. Thank you, sir. We can go inside. That Pancras, he spends 2 years away traveling, and then he's straight off again to Roundbeck, just like that. He's certainly a busy man, that much is for sure. Yes, quite busy. He's a man on a mission. Brr, I'm freezing. It's supposed to be summer before long. I don't get why it's so cold. Let's check out the well. No one down here. Now for Pancras's house. Hola, have we met before, senor? You might say so. Ah, you are one of Senor Pancras's amigos, see? You could say that. If you are looking for him, he is upstairs now. Thank you very much, senor. Do I know you? Is there something you're wanting to discuss? As a matter of fact, what did you say? You're my son? As a matter of fact, I only have one son, and that's my boy Madason. Was there something else? Yes, there is. I shouldn't go to Coburg, you say? That's correct. Well, you've certainly done your homework to know I've been summoned there, at any rate. Oh, I see. You're some kind of prophet, are you? Sorry, but I don't believe in that sort of thing. Your eyes really remind me of my wife's eyes, you know. I suppose it wouldn't hurt for me to at least bear your advice in mind. Well, if that's all, I'm rather busy at the moment, so if you could excuse me. Yep, you can't change history here. More's the pity. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, hello, Meow Mix. Here's the item shop. Not much of interest. Pancras has been summoned to Coburg Castle. I'm not sure why, but I can't help having a bad feeling about this somehow. Yes, that bad feeling is not unfounded, sir. Ooh, what a splendid-looking fella. Well, aren't you just an astute nun? Oh dear, listen to me saying things like that. We don't have much to offer here in Whealbrook, but you just make yourself at home and enjoy your stay, lad. Well, thank you. Well, that kid looks familiar. Him and that cat. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but people say Pancras's wife was snatched away by monsters. I pity poor Madason. A boy that small needs his mother around. Would have been nice. Brrr. Hello, little Balmrin. Now we do need this Gold Bauble. Oh, you must be the one who the sister in the church was talking about. What? You want to look at my gold orb? Yes, I do. Well, I suppose that's okay. You don't look like a bad sort. But you have to give it back in a sec, okay? Oh, don't worry about that. Madason hands the gold orb to Madason. Switch the gold orb with the gold bauble. Yes, I need to do that. Madason switches the gold orb with the gold bauble. And Madason hands the gold bauble back to Madason. It's pretty amazing, don't you think? Yeah, I won't give up, no matter how hard it gets, just like you say. Come on, Bomberin. See you later, past self. And now we have the gold orb again. Have you heard the news? Apparently, Pancraz's young lad went off ghost hunting, of all things. That boy'll grow up to be a fine fighter at this rate, I'd say. You are not wrong, sir. Not wrong at all. Well, we have what we need, so we'll leave town and return to the present. Back to the future. Hey, that's not the gold bauble you got from Queen Caramel, is it, Dad? What's going on? Ah, you're an astute kid. No, don't tell me. Let me figure it out for myself. It's good to have you back, Dad. It's okay. You don't have to explain a thing. Are you okay? It's no time for a siesta now, you know. A siesta? You think I was taking a siesta? Are you okay, Dad? You just wouldn't move or anything, like you were unconscious. We were really worried. It's okay. I was just back in the past, making a little swap. Now you don't have to have talked with your older self back in the past, much earlier in the game. This part would work out just fine. We fairies don't have the power to alter the passage of time. But the picture welcomed you, Madason. You must have that power. Go now. The time has come. Return the gold orb to its rightful place. So now we have to take the gold orb back to Zenithia. And wonder of wonders, we can just zoom to Zenithia from here, even though Zenithia is at the bottom of that lake. I'm positive this will make everything okay. We have to hurry and show it to Dr. Aegon. You don't think this orb looks exactly the same, just like the bauble? Do you think this tiny little gold orb really has the power to make the castle float up in the sky again? There's only one way to find out. The castle's giving off a really fidgety air, like it's on tenterhooks. Maybe it knows we have the orb. I no understand about the orbs and the baubles. It's all just balls to me. We must show this one to Dr. Aegon and see what he says. We've been away quite a while now. I hope Dr. Aegon's not too lonely. Yep, time to go check on Dr. Aegon. Down this cleverly hidden staircase that we never would have found on our own. Heh. Alright, Doc. Well, if that doesn't put the Willy in Gee Willikers, you found me an orb. Heorot hands the gold orb to Dr. Aegon. I'll just pop it up here on the pedestal, and... that should do diddly-oo diddly-it. Follow me! Alright, Doc. It's finally time. Zenithia's going airborne again. Stand by for takeoff, passengers. And it's all thanks to Madason and company. Take a good look, friends. He stands there, and something is going to happen. Some energy flowing up from those two orbs. What-ho? We have liftoff. Houston, we have liftoff. And Zenithia is airborne once again. Oh, we have a nice rainbow over the lake as well. Very nice. Well, that didn't get us quite as on high as I was expecting. But you know what they say, grumbling's a grievance of the devil. Mind if I leave things up to you for a while? Now the water's drained away, I'm off to do a tour of the castle and make sure everything's oakley-dokley-doo. See you later, Prestidigitator. So standing on that stone makes the castle fly. Ooh, how exciting! Did you see that, Dad? The castle's floating. It really is floating. Let's go and have a look outside. This Senor Aegon, he's a slippery like the eel, no? So now it's time to check on the castle once again. I'm okay. As long as I don't look down, I'm okay. What a long ladder. And it's really dark, too. The castle seems much happier now. Zenithia's supposed to be in the sky after all. It's bound to dislike being underwater. Can the castle still only fly low to the ground? I want to see it float right up to the heavens. The water it has almost drained all away now. And you can hear the voices too. It's such a happy time. Hey, Doc. By the grace of the goddess, many of my fellow Zenithians survived the flooding. Ah, well, that's good, Doc. You can't beat a bit of clock-stopping hibernation to get you out of a drop of the old hot water. I'm so happy to see my old friends. I've counted way past 7th heaven. I'm on cloud 9. Dr. Aegon must have stopped the clock too during all those years going round and round in the diggery-pokery. Otherwise, he would have starved to death. These people from Zenithia, they are as strong like the goddess, no? So they stop the clock and go into hibernation. I had no idea Zenithians could do such a thing. Zenithia is certainly a fairly tricky place to find your way around. Zenithia used to be much, much higher all those years ago, didn't it? We're lucky we didn't have to climb so high. The floor here could stand some work. So this is how the inside of Zenithia looks. It's very interesting, no? If we had more time, I'd like to look around. I wonder if this place will ever be as grand as it used to be before it fell out of the sky. I'd love to see it brought back to its former glory. The castle isn't going to suddenly move or anything, is it? It's totally safe, right? Now when you look at it again, it's a very grand building, no? Look, Dad. There are clouds underneath the castle. That's cool. It looks like things have dried out nicely. The castle has a much happier feel to it now. That patch of green is already blooming. It must be magic. Here we are in the library, so let's look at the shelves. Nothing there. Nothing. Nothing. This could take a while, I'm afraid. Nothing. Again, nothing. A little disappointing. There's a rather dog-eared diary that looks to have been written by a Zenithian. Heorot takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. To have violated the sacred oath, to descend to the world below. Alack, howsoever shalt the Zenith dragon forgive? The pages that follow are too worn to read. Speaking, I think of the Zenithian that went down to conceive the hero of the fourth game. A book called Heavenly Stars. Heorot takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. It's full of myths and legends all about the stars. Nothing of interest again. Hail, friends! We are saved! Zenithia is saved by your mercy. What words could justly express our gratitude? A simple thank you. What didst thou say? A Zenithian called Dr. Aegon? But there is no Zenithian by such a name, my friends. Oh, really? He doesn't know Dr. Aegon? That's weird. Maybe he's a bit confused because he just woke up. Could this Dr. Aegon be an impostor? Or could he simply be out of his customary form? Ah, we can come here to save now. When peace still reigned over the world, the Zenith dragon did look down over his earthly dominion and speak to us thus. Humans are a noble breed. And with these words, he did vanish and conceal himself. Alack! Who would have foretold the demise of Zenithia centuries later, that it should crash so to the ground? Were it not for such a tristful pass, had Zenithia remained aloft, the world might still know peace. Have you ever met the Zenith Dragon, Dad? I've only ever seen pictures of him in books. Then we must find the Zenith Dragon, see? Centuries? Wow, I didn't realize this place was so old. If we come down here, I remember when that hole was made. That doorway to the left of us leads back to the shrine with the orbs. Behold, my sapling of the great world tree, Yggdrasil, still lives. Ah, does it now? Zenithia is saved, thanks be to your good selves. Pray, take this as a gift. Woohoo! And we get an Yggdrasil sapling. A knick-knack from Zenithia. A young shoot that waves proudly in the breeze. This is from the Yggdrasil tree, a tiny little sapling like this. It's so tiny and delicate. Can I give it some water, Dad? This tiny sapling's done so well in all that water. It's a determined little thing. Long have we awaited this day. Prithee, hasten and tell the old man in the rearward chamber the glad tidings. The rearward chamber? He means at the back of the fireplace, right? I wonder what the old man can be doing back there. The castle seems so much happier now. Zenithia is supposed to be in the sky after all. It's bound to dislike being underwater. The water it has almost drained all away now. Yes. And we get a TNT ticket from these shelves. And from that set of shelves, we get a mini-medal. With the medals we've turned in already, we've found a total of 55. What? Zenithia's taken to the skies again? That's wonderful news! Now we just need to bring about the resurrection of the Zenith Dragon, and everything will be back on track. The powers of the Zenith Dragon are said to be sealed in a place called Talon Tower, on an island to the west of Helmanoptera. You can have what's in that chest of drawers over there to take with you. It might come in useful, you know. The Zenith Dragon, sealed away powers. What is the old man on about? The Zenith Dragon is the god of this world, isn't he? I've read all about him. "'Kay, another tower? My backy's knowing is such good a shape, you know. But you know all about me. Ole, let's go. Alright. And here we find a grappling hook. That's a key item we'll need. So, this is how the inside of Zenithia looks. Yes, we'll have to help bring it back to its former glory. So we have our next destination, Talon Tower to the west of Helmanoptera. Tee-hee-hee, thank you. This is a present for you. Help yourself to some Yggdrasil dew. Is that grass Yggdrasil? Ooh. I didn't know there were fairies here, too. Do you think Zenithians and fairies are all good friends? It wouldn't surprise me. A present? We're not supposed to take presents from strangers, but I suppose it's okay if you're here, Dad. Well, this present is pretty good to have on hand. We get a phial of Yggdrasil dew. that can be used once in battle to fully restore the party's HP. We can only have one on hand at a time, but when we use it we can come back to get some more. How long it has been since we did gaze down upon the world from our heavenly domain. Lo, if thou wouldst have us descend, thou canst do so at the touch of a button, the A button, the B button, or the X button. But have a care. The terrain must be flat should you wish Zenithia to descend. You must find plains or desert, or some such similar surface. It's a bit nerve-wracking to move the castle about the place. We'd never be able to afford to pay for any damage. I can't help feeling a bit bad about landing the castle on the ground. I mean, Zenithia's supposed to float up above the clouds after all. Now, when you look at it again, it's a very grand building, no? Yes, it is. Very grand indeed. Before we fly around, we can save here. This is Faerie Lea. I would like to thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time.